it seems to me that Instagram is designed for me to show everybody else in the world, and it seems to be particularly acute when it comes to young women, exactly how amazing my life is. And if I'm only sharing these incredible moments, here I am at Coachella, and here I am at Burning Man, and here's my outfit, here's my next outfit. This is a hedonic treadmill that is unhealthy in a way. How do you think about that? Because I think about it as a parent. Like, I have 3 daughters.
Well, I agree with you. However, I think it's acknowledged that that's what it is. And by this generation especially, and even the next, a lot of Gen Z, I've been studying Gen Z a lot because they're our next audience.
Define that.
Gen Z was born between 1995 and 2010.
Got it.
So the oldest of them are graduating college this year.
Wow.
And their consumer patterns are so different than millennials.
How?
So Gen Z largely grew up with technology from day one, meaning like internet devices, laptops, even phones for some of them. But beyond that, they are the most resilient generation. They grew up through 9/11, through the recession. They've had bullying their whole life since they've been connected, online bullying.
The mob.
Yeah. And in fact, they're the most positive generation that exists, which is so interesting.
How did they turn out to be positive?
70% of them, in a number, there were 30 different characteristic traits. 70% said they were positive. And beyond that, I do think that the long tail of Gen Z is something that I'm thinking about a lot. It has to do with customization, but also I think for businesses and investors, it's really important because this generation has, for instance, 58 sexual orientations they can choose from Facebook.
I'm sorry. You said 5, 8, or 58?
58.
Okay, because I know 5.
Yeah.
I knew 5, and now I could actually do 8. I think I could do 8. Because there's straight,
trans,
gay,
trans,
queer,
lesbian.
Okay, and then there's non-binary.
And then
I don't want to select
all these other. Yeah, there's all
bisexual.
These other things. There's words that I can't even pronounce.
I think I'm up to 7.
And I know Facebook now offers
58.
Yeah, it's like their gender preferences, sexual orientations,
their
ethnic background. No, this is on top of that too. So there's, Blaxican is a phrase that people use a lot now. As America has gotten more diverse, of course, so have all these following generations. So you add all these things together, that's demographics alone.
Right.
Psychographics, this generation has had internet since they were little. So, in when I grew up, we had loners at high school who were kind of interested in weird things, no one really to hang out with. This generation has everyone, right? They can find, if they're interested in some really weird hobby that no one at their school is, they have a community online that's probably still interested in that. And so there's this long tail of interest, and anything that they've been interested in, they just research about on YouTube and they figure it out and learn more about it. So they're well informed, they're interested, diverse, they're diverse demographically. Because of that, personalization, not just from what their preferences are in brands and products, but also how they're getting content sent to them is so important. And I'm looking at this okay, I'm a media company trying to build, something. I'm pioneering something that all these TV networks and print companies are way behind on already. How are we going to reach this next generation when I need to probably make 1,000 different pieces of content of the same piece of content and target them
and that
in
is
different
the core
ways.
business of Brit & Co. It all starts with the content.